the idea on sales is in your organization, even if it's just you, it's first about the person being willing before the money. Most people think, I need the person who has the money, the person with the money is gonna pay for it. No, the person needs to be willing first. A willing person can be closed, guys. I don't care what your situation is. I don't care how much debt your client has. I don't care how tough their situation is. I don't care what's going on in their life. If they are willing to figure it out and they want it, they can figure it out. That is the power of a spiritual being. They solve problems, period. And so to grant somebody any less beingness than that, right? Meaning being there with them, acknowledging them. Hey, you want this? We want to help you get it. I got this problem, this problem, this problem, this problem. I totally understand. I get it. If you want to solve the problem, we will help you solve the problem. That's it. All you got to say is yes. It's that simple. When I left New York life and I went out and I started partying and blowing my money and all of it going up in smoke and drugs and all these different things, I was sitting in my condo and it was in foreclosure. My motorcycle was getting towed out of the driveway. My car was getting towed out of the driveway. My house was in foreclosure. Hardly anything left. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, I could go back to selling insurance. I don't think so. Or I could go out and do what needs to be done. And what I did was I went and raised some money. $450,000 I raised, half of it from strangers, another half from people that I knew, and I started a business. And it gave me some time, bought me some time, it bought me some people that could help me, and I went out and did it, and every single one of those people has been paid back with interest. Make sense? So it's because I was willing. And like I said in my show with Dan Sullivan, Dan's like, you haven't made that decision yet. Remember I said that in the show, like decision comes from the word decide, which means to cut off. Dan's like, I cut off all other possibilities except doing that thing. That was what I did. I cut it off. I'm like, I am not going back to doing that. This is what I'm going to do. And I figured it out because I had to solve the problem. And I solved it. And was it hard and was it difficult? Yeah, but waking up in the morning, having a purpose and being excited about something and knowing that I was going to do seminars and then I learned online marketing and then I could do my play on stage and then I could help charities and I could help the planet. I'm like, it was worth it. It was worth the $450,000. It was worth it. And when I look at all the investments I've made along the way with different mentors and people that I've learned from, because I joined tons of masterminds, Facebook groups, all kinds of different business communities, and every single one of them was worth it. Because I got information that moved me closer to the goal. And that's what I needed.
All right, quick pause. So if you're liking this and you want help applying it to your business, just click the link down below and you can book a free strategy call with one of my consultants. And these exact systems I'm sharing with you today, we've helped thousands apply them to their business. Let's get back to it.
And I got a network of people to be around and be in a community of people who thought like me, rather than being off myself and like, oh yeah, I can figure this out by myself, and I don't have a peer group. And then you lose confidence, you're like, I can't do this thing, and I start invalidating myself, and I go back to the group, I'm like, the group, thank God. And then somebody's having a similar problem that I'm having. And then I ask the coach, I'm like, hey coach, could you help me with this thing? They're like, yeah, sure, do this, this, and that. And boom, problem solved, I go back with my team, implement it. It's amazing. My first launch online, my first big one after my automated webinar, my first big one ever, my automated webinar is what I launched when I went to go write the one-man play. And that solved the problem. Because I was like, I gotta go write this one-man play. How do I be in two places at once? I will automate a presentation. So I did that. And then when I wanted to do a big launch, because I was in this room with all these marketers and they were like amazing marketers, and I was like the seminar guy, and I was like, dude, this is way over my head. I have no clue what these marketers are even talking about. So I built relationships with the marketers. I built relationships with the people in the room. And then I went out and I hired mentors. I hired people to help me with my story. I hired people to help me with presentation. I hired people to help me with my online marketing. And that entire launch that I did, where I did $1.34 million in a 3-week period, that entire launch was because I took direction from people who knew what they were doing. If I did that myself, I would have bombed. And I was a good seminar leader. I wasn't ready for the online. I needed to hire people to do it. And that was the whole game. So I did it, and we crushed it, right? So I want you to watch, for those of you who are a little experienced in your business and you've been doing this for a little while or trying to get this to work for a little while, We had a couple clients who were in the space with us. In fact, there were some of the different events, but they just weren't monetizing what they were doing. And so they came and reached out to me because they saw my ads everywhere and they're like, hey, this guy knows what he's doing. We should talk to Ted. So I want you to hear from Liam and Sara and hear their results.
It took us like a couple of months to decide to jump in and work with Ted because we hadn't been working with him before. And the 3 months that we've just done in this year, we 3x'd our revenues from that 3-month period a year ago. So in just 12 months, it's completely changed our business, like 3x'd our revenues.
And we only joined in September.
Yeah, it's only been 6 months.
6 months working with you guys, and it's been huge.
There was a 3-month period where we did 626 sales of our low ticket offer, which was super, super cool. It was a lot more than what we'd been doing for 3-month periods prior to that. So yeah, just having that insight of like this untapped audience that we weren't really selling to, we didn't have a few different offers, or we had offers actually, but we weren't necessarily putting them in front of people. So just knowing, having someone else look at our business from the outside and give us that insight. Hey, you've got all these assets over here. Why don't you go in, unlock them and put them in front of your existing audience? So we did that, and yeah, 600 sales.
I would, like, knowing how much help we've gotten, like, I would pay more. I would pay probably 100K. Knowing what I do today, 6 months in.
It's not 100K, okay? So don't worry, all right? So the point is of this, we definitely have options for you guys. So wherever you're at in the journey, talk to somebody on our team. You're just sitting down with a team member and you're having a conversation with them. So you'll have a conversation with them. And so whether you're thinking right now, hey, this might not be for me, or it could be for me, and you're just not sure, my suggestion would be just sit with the coach, have a conversation with them and explore the possibility. And ultimately, you know, you're going to be doing this with your clientele, maybe not from the stage, but you're going to be sitting with people and having them explore the possibility with you. So I always say, like, if you're going to give the delivery of a sales cycle, you should also be willing to receive the delivery of it, because if you can give it and you can receive it, you open the flows. And it's just a good thing to be able to sit there and receive that because somebody wants to help you. And it's no secret to me that in this planet, or on this planet, a lot of people are ruined on help. They're like, oh, I don't need help, I don't need help, I don't need help. And maybe they've gotten bad help, but ultimately people need good help. We all need help, and nobody gets there alone. My coach Dan always used to say, entrepreneurs are rugged individualists and they try to do everything alone. And are like, it's the thing that gets them to where they're at, because they're just like, I can do it. And it's because they're so able. Like, they're so able, they can literally pretty much do anything. But to a certain point where they start doing it all themselves, it actually hurts them, because they need to grow and they need to get into what their unique talent is, and they need to focus on their unique talent or talents, and then build a team around them to help support their unique talents and their gift to the world. And that's not unlike what you guys are doing. So if you feel like you need a team, because ultimately when you're with us for a year or whatever capacity, like, we are your team. So when we're building out the marketing for you, our team is doing that for you, with you. When you're with me for the year, I'm your team. I'm here to help you get better and improve. Make sense?
So if you're serious about scaling your business online and you want help with my one-to-many selling method to sell on podcasts or webinars or virtual stages or in person, then click the link down below and book a free strategy call. My coaches will help you implement it. We've worked with over 30,000 businesses on these very same strategies. Click it down below and go book. See you soon.